Good morning and welcome to the daily Tanya portion of the 15th of Shevat, or we call Tu B'Shvat, the new year for trees, for fruit-bearing trees, to be more exact, but trees in general too. So, refuah Shleima to Imi Moati, to my mother, my teacher, Mazal bat Rachel. She should have a complete recovery and good health. And lots of nachat from her grandchildren. Um, Lots of Parnasa and lots of success and good tidings and success in all his endeavors to Arbel ben Mazal, my brother. Okay, so we're continuing with Tanya, and we're dealing with what happens when we transgress against the will of Hashem, right? We God forbid do one of the 365 negative commandments. ולכן אמרו רבותינו זכרונם לברכה הפסוק כי תשתה אשתו. Our sages have said about the pasuk, what happens when his wife strays, right? אין אדם עובר עבירה וכולי. אפילו אישה מנאפת שדעתה קלה, הייתה מושלת ברוח תאוותה לולא רוח שטות שבה. Even a woman who strays from the path and she betrays her husband. She wouldn't have done that unless in her mind, she didn't realize that she was straying from her husband. We call that ruach shtut. This is a spirit of frivolity, right? So frivolity could be frivolity in kedusha, but here in particular, we're talking about frivolity that leads us to degrade the treasure of the mitzvot, right? We don't see it so much, so we go, okay, it's okay. It's okay to do this, okay to do that, but it's not. Okay, so why is the Alter Rebbe talking about isha hamenaifet, a woman who betrays her husband? Because every Jew is part of Knesset Israel, right? And the Jews as a whole are Hashem's bride. So every Jew is called a small world, olam katan. So every Jew is like Hashem's bride in a sense, right? So when we transgress against His will, it's like a bride who is betraying her husband. Okay. לולא רוח שטות שבה המכסה ומסתיר ומעלים את האהבה המשולת שבנפשה האלוקית לדווקא באמונת השם וייחודו ואחדותו. So what is this ruach shtut? What is this the spirit of frivolity that degrades the moral and the ethics of the wife, right? Of the woman, right? A Jew, basically, right? What is it? Okay, it hides. It functions as a cover, as a husk over the love that resides in the godly soul, right, of a Jew, right? And that love is to cleave to Hashem and to be in oneness and in unity with Hashem, right? And you don't want to be separate from His oneness and from His unity. Even if her life is being threatened, even if a Jew, people, there are 3 mitzvahs where one of them is to bow down to idols, right? So a Jew is commanded, you do not bow down to idols, even if your life is threatened, right? Just don't do it. Right? So the wife is threatened by punishment of death. If you don't bow to this idol, you're going to be killed. You say, no, I don't want to be separate from Hashem. Even if it says, we know you don't believe that this idol means anything, right? You don't believe. Everyone else here who sees you doesn't believe. So bow down to it. Who cares, right? That's that spirit of frivolity. The answer is no. That split second where you bow down to an idol is a second of separateness, and you don't want that, right? Okay, and you don't even believe that means anything, but still don't want. But klal וכל שכן לכבוש העצר ותאוות הניאוף שהם איסורים קלים ממיתה, השם ישמרנו. So obviously that, I mean, if they tell you bow down to an idol and you say no and they say we're going to kill you otherwise, and you say okay, fine, this is what I have to, this is where Hashem wants me, this is where Hashem wants me, that's fine. That you can handle. But not observing the full 6 hours or 3 hours, depending on your custom and your parents, right? Not observing between meat and dairy. You say, oh, that doesn't look so bad. 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 59 minutes, right? Or 5 hours and 59 minutes, right? That's the punishment for that is a lot less, and for that you won't do Mesirat Nefesh. It doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense, right? It's easier to observe, right? Than when someone threatens you, right? You say, okay, for my life, I'm going to bow down, and that's it, right? You say no. So this is how the Alter Rebbe is telling us: set your value system correctly. Okay. So what's the difference between betraying the husband and doing avodah zarah, right? That's also a spirit of frivolity. It doesn't make sense, right? Here, your life is threatened, and you say, "Okay, I'm not going to do it." On the other hand, you just wait 1 more minute, wait 10 more minutes, wait 3 more hours. It's nothing, right? Compared to life being threatened, and that you say, "Oh, that's okay." Okay. Wait 3 more hours after you eat meat before you can eat dairy, right? Or wait 1 more minute if it's 2 hours and 59 minutes, or if you keep 6 hours, if it's 5 hours and 59 minutes. Wait 1 more minute. That's nothing, right? But the spirit of frivolity says, yeah, it's okay. Go ahead. You want it. Go ahead and eat it, right? But that separates you from Hashem. Why would you want? Don't do that, right? So we said we said that there's a side of kedusha and the side of this on the other side, the side that is not kedusha. Well, that reaches only a certain level, only the level of chokhmah. The Jewish soul is rooted above chokhmah. It is rooted in what we call a keter, the crown, the light that is transcendent to our reality. That's where the Jewish soul is rooted, right? So you can always go back and say, you know what? I want to do teshuvah. I want to be with Hashem. You can always do that. Because, right, what light goes into the sephira of chokhmah, right, into the vessel of chokhmah, right? What light is it? It is the light of infinity. And that light is the 5th level of the neshama, the yechida. The truth is that even a slight transgression is a transgression against his entire will. And at that time when he transgresses, he is, a Jew is completely separate from Hashem, even if it doesn't feel like it. You don't see it, you don't feel like it. It's completely separate from Hashem, and separate from Hashem more so than the kalipa that made you do it. It's more so. Why? Because the kalipa does its job. And when we transgress against the will of Hashem, we do not do our job. Okay. והקליפה נקראת אלוקים אחרים והעבודה זרה ממש, right? The klipa is called other gods, plural, right? And avodah zara, right? ממש. ויותר מכל הדברים משפיעים ממנה בעולם הזה, שהם בהמות מאוד וחיות ועופות טמאים ושקצים ורמסים וכלומר יתוש קדמך. Okay, so at that time when we transgress against the will of Hashem, we are typically, there's domem, right, inanimate objects, tzomeach, plant life, chai, animal life, medaber, a person, and then a Jew, right? So that's the order of things. But when a Jew transgresses against the will of Hashem, you're below everything, even below the animals and the animals that are completely tame, right? Completely tame, that are completely not in kedusha. Below that, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to be there? Why would you want to take yourself to a place where you're below inanimate objects, right? And it is said that a single fly, right, a mosquito came before you. Pirush, a mosquito only eats. It doesn't put out anything. It only takes, right? שהיא קליפה היותר תחתונה ורחוקה מבחינת הקדושה. כן? So that's taking is klipa. You only take, right? What is kedusha? Kedusha hamashpal betachlit harichuk. Yeah. So kedusha is to give to the lowest of the low, even to the yatush, even to the mosquito, right? Kedusha gives it life animation. Right? It comes from Hashem. The lowest of the low, because kedusha is give tzedakah, help out. You know, roga lach, kneda lach, right? For you, right? It's you help out, right? So a mosquito that only takes and has no orifice to give out, nothing, right? That mosquito becomes above and comes a person who, a Jew who transgresses against the will of Hashem. And obviously, if the mosquito is so low, it's kal v'chomer that other tame animal life, like v'afilu chayot rot, and even well, in English it's still animal, but there's a chaya is a wild beast, right? A wild beast. שכולם אינם משנים תפקידם הפקדתו יתברך. Even the wild beast, everything does exactly what Hashem set out for them to do. They don't have free will like us, like we do, right? Okay, תפקידם הפקדתו יתברך, they all do His will, blessed be He. שמרה, כן, שמרה רוחם ואף על גם דילוחה זכוי. כמו שכתוב מרחם אתכם יהיה על כל חיית הארץ, כן? It is written that you shall rule all the animal kingdom, all the animals on the earth. And our sages translated this that a wild beast, a lion, okay, does not look at a person and says this is food unless the person looks like livestock to her, right? So והצדיקים שאין צלם אלוקים נסתלק מעל פניהם, and tzadikim that that צלם אלוקים, that Hashem, right, is always in front of them. They always envision Hashem. Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid, right? I always envision Hashem. You try to always envision Hashem before you. That's what tzadikim do, right? Good. Kol chayot rot etkafen kamayu. All wild beasts, they don't see tzaddikim as food. They see tzaddikim as something above them, and you don't eat something that's above you, right? As is said in the holy book of the Zohar, that Daniel in the lion den, right? What happened there? Daniel is a descendant of David HaMelech, right? So he's in the lion den, and he goes and he says, I'm here to bring Kedusha to the world. I'm here to do Hashem's bidding. This is what I need to do. This is where I need to be. So I'm here. And the lions, they don't see him as food. They see him as something that's above them, so they don't approach him. And that's how he survives, right? And that is why someone who transgresses against his will, even if it is the slightest transgression, you didn't wait 1 minute. You have to wait 6 hours between eating meat and then dairy, and you waited 5 hours and 59 minutes below a mosquito. You're immediately below a mosquito. That's what it is. That's how it works, right? So, but if you think about it, you just wait one more minute. You just wait one more minute or one more hour. It's nothing compared to below a mosquito, below inanimate objects, right? בשעת מעשה ובתכלית הריחוק מקדושה העליונה is completely separate from everything that is holy from Hashem. שהיא ייחודו והאחדות בה, that is his unity and his oneness, right? יותר מכל בעלי חיים הטמאים מושקצים is below everything, all plant life, animal life, wild beasts, right? And ushkatzim, that's like ants and scorpions and you know, things that are and those are and ants and scorpions, all those things are they receive their sustenance from the sitra achad. That's where they get it. V'klipat avodah zara, and the husk of avodah zara, worshiping anything but Hashem and connecting and cleaving to anything but Hashem, is called avodah zara. Okay, so this is the Daily Tanya portion for the 15th of Shevat, Tu B'Shvat Sameach. Eat some good fruits and complete health for Shleima le Mazal Bat Rachel, to my mother, my teacher, Imi Morati, before Shleima, and lots of success in Parnasa to Arbel ben Mazal, my brother. He should have lots of good tidings and a wonderful day. And let's bring Mashiach together by cleaving to Hashem and not listening to the Sitra.